So it is another week, which means a brand new vehicle on the car pass, and as you can see behind us, we're delving back into the wonderful world of Fords. With this, the F-150 SVT Ford Lightning from 2003. So we'll go have a look at the car in the auto show, we'll go and check out the paints for it, and then we'll go and see what we can do to it. So here are the paints you can have. You can have a red, a black, a grey, a very nice blue, I really like that. And you can also have a white as well. Or if you want to go over to normal colours, you can go and paint it bright lime green. But for today's video and the sake of everyone's eyes, I think we're going to stick to probably this red to start with. So here we are now in customization with the F-150. So we'll go ahead and have a listen to it quickly. I think I can sense a supercharger in this one, but we'll go to conversions. What options do we have? Oh, that's a lot of engines. We've got a 6.2 litre V8, we've got a V8 6.7 litre turbo diesel, a racing 7.2 litre V8, we have a racing 3 litre. We can put a 2JZ in this. We of course also have the option to put an RB in this, and a 7.4 litre V8 twin turbo. That is 1,750 horsepower right there. But I think for now, even though as much as I want to put in a 2J, I cannot. So we should go and keep this to the top of C, and we'll go and take it to a little bit of a race. Very quickly, any options? That looks terrible. What do we have here? We do have an extra wing. That just covers the bed. And let's see. For the side skirts, we've got... what do we have? Oh, we have mud flaps. Those were not very recognizable. Right, let's see. And for the front, we also have the option of a street bonnet. So we'll go and put that on the front, and we'll go and put the bed cover on there as well. And then we'll go and take this out racing. So while this race is loading, I just want to point out one thing, and that is you can get this via the car pass. So if you're a car pass holder, I hit the edge of my laptop, that was painful. But if you're a car pass holder, you too can go and grab one of these for yourself. And so away we go. This thing is rear-wheel drive, so that's a lot of wheel spin off in first. We are basically surrounded by transits absolutely everywhere. So if we can just go ahead and get past this one and everything else, then we should hopefully be good. Okay, I know I should be racing, but I just had to have a look at this van that was right up ahead of us. Isn't that fantastic? Somebody has made a "you have been disconnected" thing because they've gotten that frustrated with being disconnected. Okay, back to the race. So making our way past the disconnection van and another van and yet another transit. Fun fact, my most viewed Forza Horizon 5 video is of course wheeling in transit. But we'll go and just slightly scrape our way past there, and that brings us up into third. Let's see, we've got a Holden down here and a GMC. Okay then. So we had a whole field of Fords, and then we've got these two. Right, let's see if we can go and make our way past the GMC Vandura, and then that'll put us hopefully into first. So if we're just careful about how we play this and play it right and not drift, we're not at the drifting portion yet. Be steady, be patient. But let's see what we can do with this thing, or whether it's actually going to be in second for the first time, well, in any of these car showcases. So let's go ahead and full power, come on! Yes! Past the Vandura we go! And so, once again, we are at 97%, 98, 99, and across the line. Wonderful, look at that going across the line, I'm very happy with itself. And it should be with a first place at 2 minutes 38. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, so just as well I did this thing up in a bright white paint because you can probably hardly see it against well, everything else. So let's go ahead and line this thing up and we'll go and see what it can do with 1,750 brake horsepower. So let's go! What can we get out of this thing through the camera? Hopefully it's going to be something pretty speedy because the gear ratios for this promise to be pretty good in terms of speed. So 200 through the camera, and this thing is only in S1, which is honestly very, very impressive. Another thing that is also cool about this is this has appeared in a Fast and Furious movie, but just back in the red that you've just seen, driven by Paul Walker, also known as Brian O'Connor, and I believe it was nicknamed just as Brian O'Connor's Ford F-150, so hopefully a photo of that should be up on screen while I'm talking about it, because I thought that is a very, very noteworthy sort of thing to put into the video. And now we're going to go ahead and put this thing onto some road tyres, wait for it to become a little bit brighter, and go and find out this thing's top speed. Okay, so here we are now at the edge of the motorway with our F-150. We're going to be doing this as a night run because I have been trying to wait for it to become day, but it's decided not to. So we're going to go ahead and see what top speed we can get out of our 1,750 brake horsepower truck. This should get interesting. So coming out of the speed zone, we have 240.28 miles an hour. So now onto the downhill to go and see what we can get from there. So to the edge of the downhill, we've got 246 through the camera. So let's keep going down here. Can we get 250? We can. 251, not too bad at all. So with that little bit of intrigue aside, let's go and see what this thing can do in terms of drifting, and I have just the engine to throw in this thing. Okay, so here we are now with the Drift Tune Ford F-150 with a 2J. Honestly, I have been looking forward to doing this for ages. So let's go ahead and what do we get on the first run? 38,055 points. That is really, really good to start with. It can't quite beat the starting run of what the 250 GT had last week, but we'll go ahead and see what it can do in its second run, see if it'll do a little better on that. Let's see. We'll get a little bit of a slide going. Any more points in this one? 35,600. Very, very nice indeed. For those of you wondering, this is what the inside of the truck looks like. It kind of definitely reminds me of the early 2000s Ford style, that's for sure. However, with that said, that is going to be it for this video, so thank you very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed, and hopefully somebody that I know owns one of these, so they might be watching this as well. And if that is the case, hi. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. It is definitely a brilliant little addition to the game, and the fact you can throw in so many engines is an absolute bonus on top of that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed, and also feel free to go ahead and share the video with anybody else that you think might like a little bit of a video on the Ford F-150. But yeah, if you're new here, feel free to go ahead and subscribe, and also feel free to go ahead and leave a comment. I love to read them. I try to apply to as many as I possibly can, and I've only just noticed that has side exhaust on it. It took me the entire video. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Tech out. Should I? Shouldn't I? Oh, go on then.